Welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. Some may know her as of late as the City of Savannah's press secretary, a position she's recently assumed about 2 months ago, while others recognize her as an Emmy-nominated veteran journalist, columnist, and speechwriter. 3 years ago, Monique Williams added another title to her impressive resume, author. She joins us now to talk about a very personal publication, her book, Mourning Joy, Life Lessons from Our Late Mothers. Thank you so much for being here today.
Kim, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. You make me sound like I'm important or something.
Listen, I'm so excited.
Like I'm smart.
And I'm a little bit intimidated considering your resume. But anyway, let's talk about this book because it started as a promise to your late mother.
Yes. Yes, indeed. She passed away in 2015. And in those weeks before her passing, I was with her pretty much night and day and got a chance to spend a lot of time with her. We talked about some of the things that I feel like we didn't talk about throughout life, and I just really felt like the clock was ticking and that time was passing so quickly, so I started asking her a lot of questions. You know how we do as journalists. And I said, Mom, what about this and what about that? And she says, you sure are asking me a lot of questions. Are you gonna write a book? And I thought, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I am. I mean, what do you tell your mom? She's about to pass on, and of course you say yes. So she passed away, and about 7 years went by, Kim, and I was just paralyzed with grief. Could not move. I was functioning. I was working every day, taking care of my kids, but missing my mom terribly. Oh, that's probably one of the last pictures that we took there. And I just didn't know what to do. And that year of the 8th year that started, I just really felt like God was saying to me, okay, 8 represents a new beginning. So you have to keep this promise that you made to your mom to write a book. I didn't know how the book was gonna come about. I didn't know if it was gonna be a novel, a book of poetry. You know, we love to write. I didn't know. And then it just hit me. I really felt like God said, you are a journalist. Tell other women's stories who have gone through the same thing.
So how difficult, though, was it to write, to actually, I know you recorded and documented her life, but how difficult was it to put this together?
There were moments, but I think the joy that comes from the mourning process is that you keep going. And the more we wrote, the more we kept going, the ladies and I, the co-contributors of the book, the more we kept talking about it, more healing came. And we found out that we had so much more in common than things that were different. And it became very therapeutic, very cathartic to get that stuff out of you, right, and onto paper. And I've just always felt like whenever we are brave enough to share our stories and tell what's going on in our lives, it gives other people permission to do the same.
And you mentioned the mourning process, hence the title, Mourning Joy, because you never get over it, but you go through it. And it reveals certain things about life and about you. So what have you learned about yourself?
Oh my gosh, I have learned, I think, that I'm stronger than I ever thought I could be. Like I said, those 7 years were very paralyzing. I can't even tell you how, it's like a blur. I don't know how I really continue to go on, but it was that inner strength that comes from my mom. I saw her overcome so many obstacles to be a wife, to be a community advocate, to be one of the most famous local neighborhood bakers in Middle Georgia. You know, to be an involved mom. She came to all the games. She came to everything, and she still had her own life. But I saw her go through a lot of ups and downs. And now on this side, being older, more experienced, and having children of my own and having some lived experiences, it was just that inner strength that kept me going.
And you worked and you leaned on the strength of other women as well who are telling their stories. And to me, when I saw the title, and I know that you want it to come out earlier this month, the month of May, when we normally celebrate moms, this is for people to a gift, you know, to people whose mothers are here in spirit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I think some people might ask, well, why talk about it now? Mother's Day is gone. But grief doesn't have a time frame or a deadline. Mourning doesn't tap you on the shoulder and say, is today an okay day to cry?
Yeah.
For example, this past Mother's Day, I did great. I got through it. My kids visited me, and we just loved on each other, and so grateful. About 4 days later, had a moment. Mm-hmm. So I've just learned to just accept those moments when they come. And I know that it's always a good time to talk about someone who wants to talk about their mom who has gone on, or maybe their mom who they may not have a great relationship with. This book has helped women who have a strained relationship with their mom. So even if their mom is still alive, one of the chapters, I mean, all of the chapters are amazing. I don't want to give too much of it away, but the very first chapter is very, very, very critical, very pointed in talking about the importance of having a relationship with your mom while she's here. Yeah.
And I think that's a great way to end this conversation. Monique, where can we find your book?
So it is available on Amazon. And Mourning, of course, is Mouring, ORNING, as you see there on the screen. Life Lessons from Our Late Mothers. It's on Amazon. And if you see me around town, I have some in my trunk. So I might pull it out of my trunk like we used to do back in the day.
Back in the day, still now today. And get it signed as well.
And get it signed as well.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
We appreciate you sharing your story and helping others along the way.
Thank you, Kim, so much.
Right, thank you. Well, you can find more information and see this interview again with Monique anytime by visiting our website, wsav.com/Community Corner. Now it's time for a look at our forecast with Alyssa Carsley, who is feeling a little intimidated like I am right now. Good morning, Alyssa.